Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back at it again, and this time Cynthia G has gone way off the deep end. Hopefully after this video I'll be able to move on to other more interesting topics, but this one was just far too good to pass up. She's really done it this time, folks.
So I'm at Costco, and I'm getting some stuff, and if any of you have been to Costco, then you know that, and I don't know how it is in different states, but here, once you stand in the line to get all of your stuff and pay for it, they have an additional line that you're supposed to stand in to get out of the store and show your receipt. I don't stand in two lines. I'm not doing that. I never do that. If other people want to stand in an additional line, that's their business. To me, it's insulting to even have two lines. If you can trust your customers to not steal, then you really shouldn't even be running a business. So
the incident that Cynthia is referring to happened at the Costco pictured on screen. Certain details have been censored for obvious reasons. Here's what's wild about this whole thing. Shoplifting accounts for $33.21 billion in lost revenue annually in this country. That's every year. And that's just the shoplifting they know about. It's one part of a much bigger problem, which is known as shrink rate. If you've ever worked in retail, you know that. But by your logic, all companies would have to shut down.
my thing is, I'm not standing in two lines. So I'm trying to mind my own business like I normally do. And I'm just bypassing the people in the line, and I'm kind of just going out and doing my own thing. This white dude, in all of his arrogance and white supremacist attitude, sits there and tries to block me and tell me, no, you're good in the line. So I tried to ignore him at this point because I'm thinking, I don't want to cuss this dude out. I don't want to hit him in the face with this bottle of avocado oil that I have, but I will.
Dude, listen to what you're talking about. You're talking about assaulting somebody because they stood in your way, because they suggested that you follow the same rules that everybody else does. And you say that you don't want to, but yet in your comments you're saying, yeah, I wanted to go back and run him over with my car. You're talking about committing attempted murder. What in the fuck is wrong with you? Are you a fucking complete psychopath? That's a rhetorical question, by the way.
So, I'm going on about my business, and I tell this dude, you could do whatever you want to do, but I'm not standing in two lines. So this dude tells me, yes, I am, and he gets in front of my basket. So I say, if you don't get out of here and mind your own business. So I'm like, I'm not standing in two lines, period. You could do whatever you want to do. So this dude, then he goes, yes, you are. You need to do what he says. I said, I don't know who he's talking about to, but today is he's going to learn today. I don't know what type of black people this dude is used to listening to dealing with, but
now, if you think that maybe she's full of it and that this is all just some sort of like a spoof for attention, you're wrong. This shit's legit. Listen to how angry she sounds. Listen to how worked up she is over people expecting that she follow the same rules that everybody else follows. I mean, listen to that. Listen how crazy she is. I mean, really. But on top of it, she made the mistake of saying where she lives, what city this took place in, and what establishment it took place in. And I checked. There's legit a complaint from her. Just as she stated in her comments, this is legit. She's for real. She's really at the brink of murdering somebody. She's really that unstable. And this really is where Cynthia made her second biggest mistake, because this is the engine that's going to allow the police department to find out exactly who she is so that she can be disqualified from obtaining the means to harm somebody, like she's talking about doing later on in this video.
But you're not gonna have this white supremacist, you're black, you need to obey the white man attitude with me. So I said, I'm getting out of here because I'm 2 seconds away from killing this Jew.
And she really fucking means it, guys. I mean, here in her own comments, somebody suggests she get a concealed carry license, and she says, I am planning to, but the problem is if I would have had a gun, I would have for sure shot the dude in the fact without a second thought. I think she meant face, and normally I might make fun of her inability to spell, but this isn't funny anymore. This is serious.
This dude gets in front of my basket, so I rammed the basket into him, because you shouldn't be in front of the basket. So then he stops, and he's spewing out some stupidity, so I go, listen, dude, mind your own business, worry about what you're doing, don't worry about what I'm doing. If you want to stand in the line, that's your business, but you need to stay out of mine. Do not be in my business. This dude sit here, and he's spewing off whatever he's going to say. I'm tuning him out. So at that point, we're sitting there, and he's just having a staring match. So I stare back at him, because I'm just thinking to myself how many different ways I'm going to fuck this dude all the way up if he makes a move. That's just what I'm thinking at this point. I'm thinking he's going to get so jacked up, I'm going to take every bit of rage, every bit of rage that I had and anger over anybody doing anything to me, he's going to get it if he makes one move. So I guess upon looking and doing the staring match, this dude said, you know what? I don't want to get fucked up on a Sunday, so I'm going to go ahead and go on about my day. So he went on about his day while mumbling under his mouth, bitch. And I said, if you don't get your nasty, pale, monkey-looking, aped-out pig self out of here, that's why you got hit by the basket. And you get far away from me. That's all I do know. This is the thing that I'm going to tell you guys. These white supremacists and their attitude is so ridiculous right now. It's like, because it's been unchecked. This is what he thought. He thought because he saw a black female out there by myself, because I was by myself, he thought that I'm going to sit here, get into her business, and then punk a black person. And it's like, no. You got life all the way fucked up, if that's what you think. Because it's like, you will get jacked off. To say that this dude would have been laying there dead and I'd be in jail right now.
Listen to what you're saying. You're talking about murdering somebody because they felt that you should sit in line like everybody else. It's a company-wide policy. I'll say it again, man. What in the fuck is wrong with you? You're talking about murdering somebody because they felt you should stand in line like everybody else. You really are genuinely incredibly unbalanced. And the irony here with the fact that you're a psychologist and that you can't even recognize that you are batshit insane. Wow.
Like, the fact that I even had to go through that and put this dude all the way in his place makes me livid. Because the thing of it is, if us as a community, as a black community, was checking dudes like this, he wouldn't even have this attitude. But if you saw the arrogance in this dude's face, just sitting there, just completely arrogant, thinking that this is a black person and she needs to do what this white man said, if you just saw the sheer arrogance, entitlement, and white supremacy in his face, I was gonna go get a concealed carry weapon. It's a good thing that I didn't have one, because I would have shot that dude.
Now, the first thing I'm going to say is that because of Washington State's laws on wiretapping, they have a two-party consent system, so I didn't really want to compromise the police report by asking to record, so I'm not going to be providing any of that stuff to you guys, other than to tell you just sort of a brief synopsis of what took place. Basically, I got in touch with the Washington State Police and have filed a police report with them. They are now investigating it. The intention there is to prevent this individual from being able to obtain a concealed carry permit, which would give them the engine to commit the kind of crime that she's talking about committing. It's my sincere hope that I've done enough in doing my part to stop it, but you can only do the best you can do. Additionally, I just want to say that I have family who is a concealed carry permit holder, and so I know an awful lot about it. It's something that I would like to eventually get as well. This is not what that's for. A concealed carry permit is a license that gives you the ability to defend yourself when you're in a life-threatening situation, when you are in a situation where you have no other option, when calling the cops is not going to save your life in time. It's not for you to commit murder because somebody's inconveniencing you.
And they show it, they show their entitlement, they show that you need to bow to them, they show that they think they're better than you, they show it in their everyday actions. So my thing is, that dude should be praying to whatever white Jesus he prayed to, and he should be happy that I didn't have a concealed carry weapon. Because if I did, he'd be dead and I'd be in jail.
After filing the police report, the officer handling the case asked me if I could go file a report with the FBI's online division for leads on people who make threats. So that's what I went and did. Now, I'm not a big fan of snitching, but at the same time, I don't want anybody to end up dead, especially for something petty and unimportant and small, something so small, such as a person wanting somebody else to follow the same rules that everybody else follows. It's what a senseless waste of life that would be. It really would be. And the likely outcome of this situation will be that if Cynthia goes and tries to get a concealed carry permit, she will likely be disqualified from getting one, specifically because there's a report filed about her behaving the way that she's behaved. And all I can say is that that's not what a concealed carry permit is for. That's not what firearms are intended for. And this is one of the places that America does need to do a lot of work on is our understanding of mental health issues. As you can see, even our psychologists are not necessarily always stable or have a keen grasp on even so much as their own mental health. And we just need to find a better way. And before I close this video out, I just want to say we need to all work on being kinder to one another, just as a species, because this is not stuff like this just is not helpful. It's not good. This is not the intelligent choice of a well-balanced human being. These are the ravings of a psycho who fully intends on hurting people. I hope that by doing my part I've done enough, but really it's the best that I could do. It's the fullest extent that's available to me within the law, and that's where I intend to remain, within the law. Anyway, I hope those of you watching the video got something out of it. As always, I would love to hear from you, and if you hated the video, tell me why. Have a good one.